FIFA just announced it's selling a piece of the World Cup to private investors. Most people heard that and pictured the wrong thing entirely. I watch soccer forums the way other people watch the actual games. This week, they were all wrong in the exact same way. Myth 1. People assume this means anyone can buy World Cup stock, like shares on the market. Nope. The new entity is called FIFA Forward Enterprise. It's valued at $20 billion, but it's not listing on an exchange. FIFA is handpicking a small group of long-term investors, working with JP Morgan to run the process. One of the names already in the room, Thrive Capital, founded by Joshua Kushner. His brother is Jared Kushner. This is a private placement, not a public stock. You can't open an app and buy a piece of the World Cup tomorrow morning. Myth 2. People assume investors buying in means they'll have a say in how the tournament runs, which teams play, how it's scheduled. Wrong. FIFA's own statement specifies these are minority, non-controlling interests. Investors get 20 to 30% of the commercial upside. Not a vote, not a seat-deciding format or fixtures, just a cut of future sponsorship and broadcast revenue. That distinction matters, but it's also easy to overstate in the other direction, because money with no vote still comes with expectations attached. Myth 3. People assume FIFA can't legally do this, since it's officially a non-profit organization. Nope. FIFA itself stays exactly what it's always been. A Swiss-based non-profit association of 211 national federations. What's being sold isn't FIFA. It's a new for-profit subsidiary underneath it, built specifically to hold commercial rights and sell equity in them. Plenty of non-profits spin off a commercial arm to raise money without touching their non-profit status. FIFA is doing the same move, just at a scale nobody's tried with a World Cup before. Myth 4. People assume this is already decided, that FIFA announced it, so it's happening. Wrong. This still needs approval from FIFA's 211 member federations, plus its 37-member council, by September 19th. And Europe is not quiet about it. UEFA's statement was blunt. It is not FIFA's to sell. Germany's federation called it a line that's already been crossed. UEFA is discussing an emergency meeting. The word boycott of the 2030 World Cup is already on the table. That alone would be a real fight. But look at the actual vote math before assuming Europe wins it. UEFA controls 55 votes out of 211. FIFA only needs a majority to pass this, and FIFA sweetened the deal for everyone outside Europe. Approve the plan, a federation gets $20 million. Reject it, they get 8 to 10. For a small federation running on a shoestring budget, that gap isn't abstract. It's the difference between new pitches and no pitches at all. Myth 5. The one people get most wrong. People assume this whole fight is a boardroom argument that never touches the actual game fans watch. Nope. Once outside investors own a slice of the World Cup's commercial engine, they don't buy in for nostalgia. They buy in expecting returns. More matches, more windows, more sponsor inventory to sell against. That pressure doesn't stay in a spreadsheet. It eventually becomes the schedule you're complaining about next summer. So here's where it actually sits, without the noise. FIFA isn't selling stock to the public. It's not handing investors a vote. It's not touching its non-profit status on paper. What it is doing is creating a for-profit shell around the tournament, funding it with outside capital, and buying the votes of smaller federations to get there. $20 million at a time. None of that requires FIFA to break a single rule. That's the part worth sitting with. The World Cup doesn't need anyone to cheat to change hands. It just needs 106 votes and a September deadline.